Alright, y'all, what's up? It's Ashlyn here. So, if you saw my last video, then you'll know that I don't remember. Anyway, if you saw my last video, then you know I like to go to the library a lot, I guess. I can't quite recall off the top of my head, but I did go to the library again. I got some books, mind you. One book I got. Hi, this is my friend's cat. One book I got is V.C. Andrews' Fallen Hearts. I have been eyeballing this book forever, so I finally got it. Exciting. Well, not got it, but, borrowed it from the library. Then I have Katie Desparto's The Ghost Network. No idea what this is about. Let's find out together. 1 minute insanely famous pop singer Molly Metropolis is on her way to a major performance in Chicago, and the next she's gone. A journalist who has been covering Molly joins the singer's personal assistant in an increasingly desperate search to find her, guided by a journal left behind in her hotel room and possible clues hidden in her songs, all of which seem to point to an abandoned line in the Chicago subway system. Suspenseful and wildly original, The Ghost Network is a novel about larger-than-life fantasies of love, sex, pop music, amateur detective work, and personal reinvention. Debut novelist Katie DeSabato burst onto the scene with an ingeniously plotted, witty, haunting mystery. So, I'm excited for that. Then I got Close to the Bone by Lisa Black. This is just one that I saw on display, and I wanted it. Just wanted it. I don't know what it's about, but it looks good. It's a Teresa McLean mystery. If anybody knows what that is, let me know down in the comment section below. But it says, forensic scientist Teresa McLean stumbles across a murder rather too close for comfort when she returns to the medical examiner's office following a late-night call to find one deskman missing and the other beaten to death. Written in blood above the dead man's head is a single word: confess. It's the first time a homicide has taken place actually within the ME's office. Medical examiner Stone works on how to spin the news while Teresa works the scene. When a second victim is discovered, Teresa uncovers a link to the death of another co-worker of Records secretary Diana Allman, who was murdered in her own home 10 years before. As she pieces the clues together, Teresa realizes that she has become an integral part of a ruthless killer's murderous agenda, and if she is to survive, she must find out what really happened to Diana all those years ago. So yeah, this one looks really good as well. I don't know why when I first saw this on display, I seriously thought that was a school desk, but now I'm realizing it's a body table. Then I got another one that was on my list of wanting to read. This one was actually on not just my list of to be read on Goodreads, but also it was posted on NetGalley at one point, and I missed the opportunity. And then I saw it, and I didn't pick it up when I first saw it. But this is Perfect Little Children by Sophie Hannah. You may have heard of this before. It says 12 years have passed, so why don't Thomas and Emily look a day older? And I'm not going to read the synopsis for this one because a lot of people probably already know the synopsis. Alright, then we got just 4 more books, and that is The People Who Watched Her Pass By, Scott Bradfield. Looks like this. It says, Scott Bradfield delivers a lyrical meditation on contemporary society, both its majesty and imperfections, made all the more arresting in its presentation by a 3-year-old girl. Salome Jensen is taken from her home by the man who fixes the hot water heater, marking the start of her life on the road, drifting through laundromats and other people's homes, colliding with the tapestry of original characters that inspires a perspective of the world and an understanding of its people more meaningful than the most erudite observer could muster. The People Who Watch Her Pass By is often hilarious as well as startling and a poignant new contribution to the body of literature of a respected prose craftsman. So, interesting. Not really too sure about it, but it looked good. Then I got Karen Joy Fowler's We Are All Completely Beside Ourselves. And it looks like this. It's got monkeys hanging from the tree and things like that. It says, unforgettable and incandescent, said critic Richard Eder of Karen Fowler's first novel, Sarah Canary. A stunningly original book, it offered myth, magic, and mystery, along with a sly and playful wit and a voice like no other living novelist. Her progenitors could be said to be England's Angela Carter and Russia's Nikolai Gogol, writers who made old tales new again and who fearlessly incorporated demons and devils, madmen and holy fools, into their subversive fictions. For them as for Fowler, time is always shifting, reality is often mutable. In truth, Fowler is a slippery and teasing writer who holds a dark view of the swirling universe we inhabit, and that is why her great wit has such heft. And her new novel, Her Six, carries on that tradition. It is Fowler's most accomplished book, impertinent and provoking, wickedly funny yet emotionally devastating. It proves yet again what a magus she is. With her amazing sleights of hand and skewering pitch-perfect punchlines, she brings us a family of loving but fallible people whose well-intentioned actions lead to heartbreaking consequences. So meet the Cook family. Our narrator is Rosemary Cook. As a child, she never stopped talking. As a young woman, she has wrapped herself in silence. The silence of intentional forgetting, a protective cover. Something happened, something so awful she has buried it in the recesses of her mind. It changed Rosemary and it destroyed her family. Now Rosemary's adored older brother is a fugitive wanted by the FBI for domestic terrorism, and her once lively mother is a shell of her former self. Her clever and imperious father, now a distant, brooding man. And Fern, Rosemary's beloved sister, her accomplice in all their childhood mischief, Fern's is a far more terrible fate than the family in their innocence could ever have imagined. I don't know. Sounds interesting. Then I picked up Meg Cabot's No Words. I've been wanting to read this for a hot minute. Oh, actually. Oh, wait, that's mine. Right your wrongs. Welcome to Little Bridge, one of the smallest, most beautiful islands in the Florida Keys. Children's novelist Jo Wright always swore she never set foot on Little Bridge Island, not as long as her nemesis, bestselling author Will Price, is living there. But Jo's given an offer she can't refuse, an all-expenses-paid trip to speak and sign at the island's first-ever book festival. Even though arrogant Will is the last person Jo wants to see, she could really use the festival's more than generous speaking fee. She's suffering from a case of writer's block on the next installment of her best-selling series, and her father needs financial help. Then Jo hears that Will is off-island on the set of the film production of his next book. Hallelujah. But when she arrives on Little Bridge, Jo is in for a shock. Will is not only at the book festival, but seems genuinely sorry for his past actions and more than willing to make amends and prove to Jo that he's a changed man. Things seem to be looking up until disaster strikes, causing Jo to wonder, do any of us ever really know anyone? Yes, please. And the last one I got, I just literally picked it up because it looked good. It's called Hold Your Breath by B.P. Walter. And I'm sorry, but B.A. Paris, just, having those initials instead of an actual name, they're pretty good authors, actually. And it's an exceptional thriller that's what A.J. Flynn said. The past stays buried for a reason. Kitty Marchland has always known that her family aren't like others, but when her father uproots them to a remote cottage in the woods, she realizes that her parents are keeping secrets from her, secrets that could unravel everything. Years later, Kitty starts to question what really happened out in the forest. When the police revisit a suspicious death, she must examine her most painful memories, and this time, there's nowhere to hide. A gripping and suspenseful thriller that will captivate you from first to last page, perfect for fans of Ruth Ware and Cass Green. There's also a book called A Version of the Truth, which looks really good because it talks about a pool and there's blood by the poolside. But yeah. So that is the books I got. Now we're going to go into the DVDs. I use my boyfriend's library card to get extra DVDs because I'm in my bedroom a lot and we don't have a smart TV in the bedroom. But I have Nightmares and Dreamscapes from the stories of Stephen King. I have The Neon Demon. I have Nerve. I have Neighbors. I have Ocean's 8, Once Upon a Deadpool, 1 Hour Photo, which I just found out is Robin Williams' horror flick. The Labyrinth, which is one of my absolute favorites. Then I have The Land Before Time, the complete collection, all 14 films, because why not? The Magic School Bus, the complete series. Yeah, I'm weird. Those two are like my nostalgic favorites. I got A Novel Romance. I got 9 Lives. And I got a movie called The Net. I have no idea what it's about, but it looks really good, and it's got Sandra Bullock in it. So yeah, that's everything I got from the library. I hope that you guys enjoy it, and I will definitely be seeing you in the next one. However, I do want to let you guys know I'm still working on Murder, She Baked, the complete movie collection. And Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children is currently in my DVD on pause, so I could do this video. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!